get started. It is DIY vacationing versus Bon Voyage travel. And as you know, DIY is a big thing nowadays. Do it yourself. Retile your bathroom, fix up your backyard, craft something in your own home. Well, why can't that be transferred to plan your own vacation? Well, there's a couple things I always talk about here. Anytime you dream, plan, and save for something, wouldn't you want to use an expert? I dreamed, my wife and I, we planned and we saved for our first home. We could have gone out and bought it on our own. We could have just done everything all on our own, but we worked with a realtor. Why? Because they were the expert. When I think of my retirement, I dream about my retirement, I plan for my retirement, and I save for my retirement. And I could probably do that on my own. I could play the stock market. I could, take a really conservative approach and stuff dollar bills in a coffee can and bury it in my backyard. But like you, I'm sure you contacted an expert. And that's what I want you to start thinking about. So when you are vacation planning, it all starts pretty easy. Sounds like, oh my gosh, I can do this. I can sit on my couch. I can surf the web. And then it starts to bog down a little bit as you realize there's more to it than just go to a website, click, book, done. I am drinking a Mai Tai on the beach and I am footloose and fancy free. It starts to turn into this as you realize the information is overwhelming. And how do I know which website to go to? Is this hotel the best place to be? Is it in the wrong side of town? Am I getting the best deal? Well, gosh, I've looked at 500 websites and this looks like the best price. I'm going to save $10 a night if I just book this right now. But how much time did I spend? And is that truly the best value? Because sometimes value comes in different packages. It's not just savings. And we'll talk a little bit about that. Ultimately, you may find yourself at this place. At the end of your booking journey, you like, oh, I can't wait for this vacation because just planning the vacation, I need it to be a break from the planning of the vacation, let alone from my work, etc. Well, when you go at it alone, you're truly on your own. And sometimes you're in the dark. And when you flip on that flashlight and you think, I know which direction to take, this is what's staring in front of you in the labyrinth of the World Wide Web. Where do you go? How do you know what to trust? How do you know what the best price is? Well, let's break it down a little bit. I'm going to go by some destination by destination, show you some side-by-side comparisons to see what this all looks like. So let's start with a great destination, Montego Bay, Jamaica. I mean, come on, who wouldn't want to be on that beach tomorrow? I would, you would, a lot of people I know would. Well, where do you start? Most DIYers that I know don't go phone book anymore, right? You don't just pick up the phone, 1-800-JAMAICA, and off you go. You probably start with a Google search. So I did this today. This is literally today's results. Trip to Jamaica in my Google search results. Take a look. 247 million results. That came up in 1 second, the number of results. So I told you there's a labyrinth. That is truly the labyrinth of all labyrinths. Where do you start? Is it the first result that comes up? Is that the best? Is it the second one? How many pages do I scroll through to find the hotel property that meets my needs? Excursions, what do I do when I get there? How do I get there? Where do I fly? All of those questions, if you're on your own, you become the expert, like it or not. Well, let's break it down for you. Here is a sample trip to Montego Bay, Jamaica. And this sounds glorious. A round trip airfare from Tucson. Let's just start for our Tucson clientele on American Airlines, a Valid Airlines. Let's not try to go with some rinky-dink cheap air from an airline that you may not think is valid. Let's go apples to apples here. So, hey, round trip airport transfers to the hotel. You got to get to the hotel from your airport. And in Jamaica, it's a little further than just a walk. You can't walk to the hotel that we're looking at here. How about a 7-night stay at the Secrets St. James in a junior suite with an ocean view, king room? This is an all-inclusive resort. So now you don't have to pay for drinks. You don't have to pay for food. So you're going to pretty much be on site for all of your activities. So not a lot to put together. And you may think, hey, that's why I do it myself. All I got to do is get myself to the hotel, and it's all inclusive. What is to think about? Why can't I just do this myself? Well, here's the side-by-side comparison. So if I did it myself and I went to American Airlines website, AA.com, I went to Expedia, one of the largest online travel agencies that sells hotels. So this is not some random website that you'd have to search forever, probably one you've looked at. And I went and just contacted Jamaica Visitors Bureau and asked them, hey, how do I get to my hotel? And they would recommend the Jamaica airport transfers. By the way, I know all of these places to go. Do you? And are you going to search 4 or 5 other things just to validate? My estimation is that you're probably going to spend a minimum of 4 hours. And I presume that you probably value your time at a little more than minimum wage. So let's just value that at $20, $25 an hour. There's $100 already down the drain, and you've just started the booking. You're just doing your research. You haven't even completed the booking, and then you're in charge of everything after that. I think I'm pretty conservative with the 4-hour estimate. You may enjoy it, again, but I think as I looked further, it starts with enjoyment, it ends with frustration, and you just can't wait to get on the vacation because of all the pressure you've been under. The cost, if I put it all together myself through these sources, was $5,369. And I did it myself. I have no buying power. I'm a traveler of one. I get no amenities, no savings, no amenities. Well, let's look at the right-hand side. An expert travel advisor from Bon Voyage Travel put this package together for me. It wasn't me that did it. It's one of our travel advisors. I spent less than 30 minutes telling her what I wanted, and she was off and running. And she put it all together. And oh, by the way, she saved me $720. I got a bottle of wine, rum, or tequila in my room upon arrival. I was able to secure 25% discount on all of my spa treatments. And trust me, my wife loves the spa. I got one-time in-room champagne breakfast. My room was upgraded, and I had a nonstop airport transfer because Jamaica airport transfers failed to tell you when they took your booking that it's a communal transfer, and they will stop at multiple hotels along the way before they get to the secret St. James. Something you didn't know, you maybe didn't even know to ask, but our travel advisors know this, and these are the things that they're going to try to help you with. Well, maybe Jamaica and all-inclusive isn't for you, and you're like, hey, I'm a cruiser. I know cruising. I've been on cruises, so I don't need help. I know what I want, and I know how to get it. Well, let's just take Oceania, for instance. We just saw what Oceania has to offer. Let's put together a Mediterranean cruise, a 12-night Mediterranean cruise from Rome to Barcelona in a balcony stateroom. Pretty standard trip here on the Oceania Riviera. This includes air and airport transfers. But to enhance the trip, because let's get real, if you're going to Europe, you don't want to just go on a cruise. We're going to get you're looking for 1 night pre-cruise in Rome at a hotel and a 3-night post in Barcelona, because who wouldn't want to stay additional nights in Barcelona? This entire package is for 2 guests. And let's put this together, DIY versus Bon Voyage Travel. So let's say you went to Oceania directly because you think, and I'm sure you do, that booking directly with Oceania has to be the biggest savings, and those people know it better than anyone else. Well, you probably are going to talk to them a number of times, look at a number of itineraries, and because the length of this trip is so long, it includes where do you stay in Rome? Where do you stay in Barcelona? Oh, Oceania does it for you. Well, guess what? They do it for a premium cost as well. And I can say that. They won't tell you, but they do it at a premium. So all of this for $14,435, but Oceania will tell you, and it's true, they're going to give you an amenity. You either get 8 free shore excursions, $800 shipboard credit, or a classic beverage package for both of you and your guest for 12 nights. That's a nice amenity. But there's nothing else because Oceania, that's all they have to offer. They don't have those relationships that Bon Voyage does beyond it. Well, how about I turn it over to a Bon Voyage travel advisor? And I did just that. And one of our advisors, I talked with her for what might be about an hour because it's a little bit more complicated with the hotel stays, and I've got multiple stops, and cruising, which stateroom do I choose? How do I know what's underneath the gymnasium? What's next to the laundry room? Oh, you may not know that. You may not realize those questions need to be asked. Our advisors do. I maybe think that I'm choosing the right destination, but our advisors can help you know that cruising in May is actually a better time to go because it's off peak. It's not going to be as busy versus you thinking August is the perfect time to go. That's actually vacation for most of Europe. So they're going to be vacationing alongside of you. This is the best opportunity for you to talk to an advisor for little nuggets like that. But look at the price. It's already less. And look at the amenities. I get the same amenity that I could with Oceania and an additional $700 of shipboard credit. So for 12 nights, I can use that shipboard credit in the spa. I can use it on in the shops on board. If I want to go on a specialized excursion that maybe my other amenity didn't cover, oh my gosh, I have just increased my value tremendously. I've saved money and I have shipboard credit. How about that? Well, let's keep going. There's many more opportunities for you. Maybe you're thinking, I don't want to leave the country. A cruise is a little bit beyond what I want to do. I can handle just a short weekend stay in New Orleans. I got this. I've been to New Orleans. I know it. It's not that hard. There's only a few places to stay on Canal. It's not that hard. Well, in New Orleans, let's put together a round trip airfare from Phoenix. Let's expand our base here a little bit. I'm looking for an airport transfer, but again, I'm smart. I've been to New Orleans. I don't want to do the hotel hop like I made that mistake in Jamaica. So I'm going to get a private airport transfer. I know how to do that. So I want to upgrade my stay a little bit. Let's go for the Ritz-Carlton New Orleans in a deluxe king size room. This is for 2 people. Well, this hotel is in the French Quarter on Canal Street. It's a 4-star hotel, beautifully decorated in the historic Beaux Arts Maison Blanche building from 1908. You've made a great selection and you've gotten lucky because Expedia just happened to have it on their website. And you booked all of this through Expedia. Probably took you a while to narrow down your hotel choices because you didn't know which one was close to the places that you wanted to go see. It's on Canal, pretty easy. I think I've got this. Well, let's look at the side-by-side comparison. What you might see here is that the price is exactly the same. And that's going to happen sometimes when you work with Bon Voyage. Sometimes value does not come in exact dollars off, but I've saved time and I brought along customer service and expertise. And oh, look at those added amenities. I just got breakfast for 2 every single day. That's real value. I got $100 in food and beverage credit. That's real value. Oh, I'm able to check in early because I took an early flight. Oh, I can stay late. I've got preferential treatment for a late checkout because of Bon Voyage's connections with the Ritz-Carlton. And if there's a room upgrade available at check-in, I get bumped to the front of the line. Trust me, this is a true story. You don't want to be standing at the check-in counter and the front desk person say, you're an Expedia booking. We can't move you to a better room. That won't happen with Bon Voyage travel bookings. But in addition to that, the insider information, we're going to arrange advanced tickets for you for the World War II Museum. We're going to make dinner reservations for you at some of the best restaurants in New Orleans, at Muriel's Jackson Square. We're going to set up a walking tour or maybe a cooking and food walking tour. How about a swamp tour for you? Have you thought about that? Or are you just going because you've heard about Bourbon Street, if that's what you're thinking it's all about? But we could also schedule you a Sunday jazz brunch the morning of departure as you check out of your hotel. Did you think about that? Oh, maybe you didn't know about that. Our advisors know about this. And I can say this with confidence because one of our travel advisors put this very travel package together. Let's continue moving on. Okay, Hawaii, popular destination. It can be visited right now. I think this might be a destination that many of you already know about. So if I want to go to Maui, let's look at Maui here, a DIY versus Bon Voyage travel. So here's your trip. Got a round trip air from Tucson on American Airlines. Let's get those transfers because we know in Maui, the hotel cannot be accessed on foot from Kalui Airport. That is definitely a transfer needed. And then I'm going to stay 5 nights at the Kaanapali Beach area because I like that area. So I'm going to go with the Hyatt Regency in Maui and just a standard room. I don't need much more than that, I guess. I mean, I'd take it if it was given to me. Really no special view. This is for 2 guests. Well, let's put this package together. If you did it yourself on AmericanAirlines.com, if you went to Expedia, and you know what? I'm tech savvy. I've got the Uber app. I'll just grab an Uber at the airport. Why do I need to have anything prearranged? I got this. Well, even if you've been to Hawaii and you know Hawaii, let's get real. You're going to do your research. And again, my low estimate is that it would take you about 4 hours to put this together. Well, price tag comes in at $3,497. Well, no added amenities, but because of the time and all of the extra expenses that come with Uber on the transfers, et cetera, ding, 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 all of a sudden now I'm looking at an actual cost of $4,312. This is not necessarily a price switch here on you by any means. Let's look at what our expert travel advisor can do. Because we have relationships at these hotels, we have relationships because we're not booking one for one. We're booking one into many of our bookings. We can get you complimentary breakfast daily. That's a $32 per person per day value at the Hyatt. I know because I've stayed there. We can get you an upgrade to an ocean view. Oh, by the way, that's a $75 a night added value for 5 nights. Those dollars add up. And my private transfer is prearranged. I don't have to make sure I have connectivity through Uber app. I don't have to be standing on the curb because the Uber line is taking forever. And I didn't realize at the Maui airport, Uber's a thing now. So I better get in line. I've got my guy standing there at baggage claim with my name on a placard, and I walk right to my private car. There is value in that. In addition, I've got my advisor telling me when to travel, when is low season, when is high season, when's the time to book my excursions because Maui is popular and I need to do that in advance. Oh, I thought I could just go down to the hotel concierge and book my Jeep tour or my helicopter tour. Talk to an advisor, and this advisor would tell you, book that in advance. Better availability, better pricing if you book it in advance. All right, one of our more complicated itineraries. Maybe you're thinking Europe. I've been to Europe. I know how to do this. Let's just take the quintessential European vacation, which would be Italy. It's number 1, and it has been for many years for the first destination for travelers that have never been to Europe. So let's put together what we think is a pretty complicated trip. And if you go it alone, I'm telling you, that's a mistake. A 13-night Italian dream vacation, 2 nights in Cinque Terre, 2 nights in Venice, 3 nights in Florence, 3 nights in Rome, 3 nights in the Amalfi Coast. Come on, it doesn't get better than that. And if you go to Italy, this is the type of itinerary you should put together. Don't just go and stay in Rome for 12 nights, 13 nights. You're truly missing out. But how do I get to all those places? Well, maybe you've heard from a friend, or maybe the expert told you a Eurail pass would be the way to go for that inter-Italian travel. Well, putting that together is going to be coming at a cost to you. And I'm not just talking about dollars, a cost in time. Try to put this together on your own. I challenge you. AmericanAirlines.com. I can go find my flight. Oh, guys, I got this pretty easy. Expedia is my hotel partner. I can nail this. Well, let's look at all those different stops. And come on, I can Uber this, can't I? Or can't? Isn't there something like that in Europe? Beg to differ. You better make sure you know what's ahead of you. I'm going to estimate on the low end. Remember, 1 destination for 4 nights, we thought about 3 to 4 hours. Well, look at all these different stops. I think you're looking at 30 plus hours of planning, research, and investigation before you even book. How valuable is 30 hours of your time? Start adding that up. I think you'll come to a dollar amount that will be far more than the difference of what this price would be. And I use that as the cost here. Good luck putting this together on your own. You can do it. You can probably find a hotel maybe even cheaper than what we can find. But is that hotel in the right location? Is that hotel provide complimentary breakfast? Does that hotel have food and beverage credit? Are you in the right place for a canal experience in Venice? Are you centrally located in Florence to avoid driving into the town? And why wouldn't you want to stay at the Bernini? in Florence. But I can save money, guys. I'm going to stay outside the city limits of Rome and I'm just going to train it into town. Bad idea. You're going to waste half of your day just commuting into Rome. Don't you want to walk outside your hotel and be at the Spanish Steps? I think I would. Or in the perfect location for day trips in the Amalfi Coast is the Hotel Margarita. You can zip to Positano, to Capri, and to Ravello very easy, inexpensively. But if you're staying in the wrong place, it becomes a little bit more challenging for you. But how about that rail pass? Do you know the times? Do you know the locations of the station? Do you know how to buy tickets? Do you know which tickets to buy that make it easiest for you to have luggage to get on and off the train? All of those questions are answered by your travel advisor. You don't have to go searching for that. That's what the expert is here to help you with. Oh, by the way, I think I could probably find a great restaurant in Italy by closing my eyes, turning around in a circle and pointing. Probably true, but do you know that one of the great spots in Florence is Mama Gina's? Do you know that the best gelateria in Rome is right near the Pantheon? It has 150 different flavors. It's called the Galleria. Did you know that? Can you Google best gelato in Rome? Maybe, but we'll see how many search results come up for that. Do you know that when you're staying in Florence, you can take a half-day tour to Siena or San Gimignano and get the real feeling of Tuscany? You will want those types of advice, expertise, and directions by coming through Bon Voyage Travel. You'll really, truly secure expert advice, professional insight, and skilled guidance across the board. Well, let's put this all and wrap it up in a nutshell here. What do you get when you do it on your own versus booking with Bon Voyage? Come to Bon Voyage and it starts with service. Well, what is service? It's so many things and that much more. It's advice, it's support, it's competence, it's quality of delivery, it's satisfaction. And I'm going to look at that life preserver on the end as the reality of the world that we live in. Help. How do I navigate COVID protocols? How do I get my passport renewed? Do I need a COVID passport? Do I need a test when I come back in? Oh, wait, my flight was canceled. If you book it on your own, you're on your own. You book it through Bon Voyage. Help, I want to get my flight rebooked. We're here for you every step of the way, not just through the first part of the booking and then you're on your own when you travel. We're here all the way until you return home safely. But it goes beyond service because a lot of people can just transact. They can just help you if you have to wave the white flag. What Bon Voyage advisors will bring is expertise. It's a consultative process. You're not just coming to tell us what you want and we spit out a off-the-rack, one-size-fits-all destination experience. It's one size fits one. It's for you. And we collaborate with you. It's a team effort. We not only provide advice, but we build a relationship of trust so that our advisors know what to expect in the future for your future trips. We learn from you and understand it's not just window or aisle on a flight. It's understanding I like to be on a high floor. I want to be on a low floor in the hotel. I want to be within walking distance of all the tourist activities. I want to be remote. I want to be out in the midst of nothing. I want a quiet dinner with my husband for our 50th anniversary dinner. I want to be in the bustling crowds of downtown Rome for all of my activities. Allow us to take the time and research and tap into our network of resources to be able to deliver you this full package that goes far beyond a price. When I think of value, I don't just think of the bottom line price. I obviously think of, can I save money? Can I get more than what I paid for with an amenity, with an upgrade, with a bottle of wine, with some shipboard credit, with some hotel food and beverage credit? All of that has dollars to it. But I ask you, under service and expertise, how much you value these things in the rest of the walk of your life with everything that you dream, plan, and save for. When you book on your own, you're kind of like a flashlight in the darkness, looking for the right pathway. Hopefully, after listening to this presentation, it's led you back to Bon Voyage Travel, and you think of us when you're ready to plan your next vacation.